Good morning from the show day video. So today's technically Friday the 22nd, so the day before the show, but I thought it would be interesting to kind of put some insight for today because a lot of what goes into today really leads up to stage tomorrow. So I'm actually at the gym right now. It's a little after 6 a.m. Don't normally train on Fridays, but again, that's part of the balance of owning the business. Our studio manager who teaches groups on Friday mornings is out for the weekend. So responsibility, which I'm totally fine with, kind of gets me up and gets me moving. You know, most people typically just rest the day before a show, but it is, I don't know, that's what you got to do sometimes. So I have a training client, teach a group, then I'm going to go do my final workout the day before the show, which is new for me. I've never done that before, so I'll get some footage of that. And then I have one more client. I'll finish up around noon and head home. But today my carbs and my fats are both a little higher, so I was just driving over, eating my breakfast. But now this week I've been, or like the last few days, doubling my grits. So I've had twice as many grits, still a cup of egg whites. And then I did one whole egg today to increase fats a little bit. And then I have my sad coffee, which is coffee with a little bit of oat milk and nothing else. So I call that sad coffee. But yeah, I'm off to work right now and I'll check in with you guys later. Okay, I'm heading to the gym now, to Vita, to go work out, my last workout before the show tomorrow. So just one day out and just doing kind of some light work to get blood flow to basically every muscle group. So there it goes. the lovely little bits of getting ready for stage tomorrow. So took my final shower. I'm gonna blow dry my hair in a little bit, but right now I'm just putting this mask on that doesn't stay on too great, but that's okay. And pumping before I blow dry my hair and head off to go check-ins and get my spray tan. So I went and got my tan. I showed up about 15 minutes early. My appointment was at 5. Unfortunately, they took me early, and it was the fastest I've ever been in and out. I was in and out even before anybody else came in to get a tan. And then I'm here now at Garfield High School. Just did my check-in, so I got a bag of goodies. They give you your number, make sure you're registered for the correct classes, and just they take your height to make sure you're in the right height class. That's pretty much it. So that is it for check-ins. Right, so I'm giving the baby her nighttime bottle now. I did my tan, as you can tell by my nice orange legs, and check-in earlier, and she's looking at me like I'm talking to her. But yeah, it's just a very different looking nighttime ritual the night before a show now. So I'm feeding her. I'm gonna put her down, and then I'm gonna have my last meal of the day. I still have to eat about 60 grams of carbs. So I'm gonna have lots of rice with some chicken for dinner, and then go to bed, try to get to bed a little bit early. And then in the morning, sleep in as best I can with her. That'll probably be like 6 a.m. or so. And then have a leisurely morning since the women don't go on until 2 p.m. So I don't have to leave till around noon. So I'll have lots of time, but check out the skin contrast. My orange hands to her nice, soft baby skin. Just a little different. Happy show day morning. This is something I've never done on a show day morning before, but we're here at a high school near our house, taking the dogs for a walk, taking the baby for a walk, and because the show for women isn't until 2 p.m., they've kind of switched things up since the pandemic. There's Flex. But that means we have time in the morning, so we're taking the dogs out for a walk since they'll be cooped up inside, and then I'm heading back and I'm gonna start to get ready. Also, for everyone who's competed before, you kind of know what this looks like. So when you get your spray tan the night before, our sheets, don't mind a big pile of clothes, but our sheets are white. You can kind of see under there. So obviously I don't want to destroy our nice white sheets. So what I do is put down some dark colored sheets that I sleep in at night, so that way my tan doesn't destroy our sheets. It's always fun.
You held me back when I tried to move on from your life, so you stole my life with clarity. So hold me back, now you're here, 'cause I'm mad, show no fear. Wanna let you know just how it felt. Oh no, 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 no. Don't you think we could? There's no way we could be. No, oh no, 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 no. I know the way you look at me, I know it too well. Now I'm bulletproof, you're my fire gun, but I'm flying high, I'm bulletproof.
Also, for anybody wondering, I don't know if anybody really cares, but the extensions that I use are from Bellamy, and they're these clip-in kind. And maybe they were like 24 inches long. I think I don't put all of them in my hair, so this one has 4 clips and then a couple of the singles I didn't put in. So I put in probably like 70% of the extensions, and yeah, they've served me well. They match pretty good with my hair color right now, obviously because I haven't had it colored recently. It's not, it's usually a little bit blonder, but it blends in well enough. So Yep, that's what I use. I think it's real human hair. And tip, if you're going to buy something like this that's super expensive, get it on Black Friday, because that's when I got mine, and I think it was like 50% off or something crazy like that. So shop sales. Okay, so I'm clearly putting on my makeup now, still in the midst of it, and curling my hair. But a lot of the makeup that I get for when I'm doing a competition, because it's not stuff that I use every day, I get drugstore makeup. And drugstore quality makeup is actually pretty decent. But this is the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. But I always think it's funny because when you look at the colors that you get, I mean, it is... I don't know what this color shade means. It's M90, but basically it is super, super dark. So it always feels funny when you're purchasing it. But then obviously you can see as it like goes on my face, it starts to blend in with the tan a lot more. So it has to be dark to match the tan, but it's just always funny when you do that. Clearly just partway done doing my hair and makeup, but I have to stop and, well, I just made some rice and chicken to eat for my second meal of the morning, and I need to pump because that's part of the joys of life right now. So I'm gonna pump a little bit. I'm going to do a whole YouTube video kind of explaining more about postpartum and prep, so like specifically this kind of stuff like breastfeeding and pumping throughout prep, peak week, and show day. But yeah, gotta take a little pit stop right now. So this is Dana, and she is also training with Paul.
Yes.
In Team Pro Physique. So how's it been training with Paul?
It's been amazing. Truthfully, like I couldn't ask for a better coach. He's so realistic, and it's just been an easy process, especially with my crazy schedule. He works around everything, to be honest, or we just come up with a game plan that works best specific for that person. So there is no cookie cutter plan for anybody.
Yeah, I think that's what I love the most is he like makes you feel valued as a person. It's not just being a competitor and an athlete.
Yes,
so.
absolutely. He cares about your overall well-being.
Yes, yeah, and that was like a big thing for me when I wanted to have a baby, and I wasn't sure. Like I wanted to compete, but I also maybe wanted to have a baby, and so like talking to him through that was like, he goes, the stage is always going to be there, and I was like, oh, okay, that's helpful to know.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah, so we just met yesterday.
Yep.
So she lives in Virginia also, but like down towards Roanoke,
Yes,
right?
Roanoke, yep.
Yeah, so it's fun to just be backstage with a teammate that you didn't know 24 hours ago.
No.
So yeah, so this is us backstage. This is the remainder.
Yep.
Sorry. Alrighty, we just finished prejudging and then finals. It's moved quick. It's been like the fastest moving show that I've
Ever been to.
ever. So yeah, it's like an hour after the start time and we're already on finals. So we'll see you afterwards.
Bye.
Bye.